Good morning, everybody, or good afternoon, as Hillary. And also, Joan. It's afternoon for you too, right, Joan?
Brian Nash is here. Tommy
Yes.
Buck.
Tommy from the Bayou.
He's down in the Bayou.
And we have Joan on here today, so she can help us talk a little bit about updating on the WikiTree challenge for her team.
Oh, look, there's Joe Callis.
Mom made it.
Hi, Mom. Hello, Elizabeth and Kay.
Yeah.
How's everybody doing?
I'm doing great.
That's good.
You can't wear bright orange. You can't wear bright orange early in the morning and not be great. Unless you're directing traffic for a construction site, but
that's true.
And we have Janine and Daryl. Hill, hello. Hello.
There's Joe again. Good, a little cold here.
Yeah, cold for Miami. Cold.
Yeah. It's 82.
Yeah, that's probably cold. Or maybe it's in the 70s.
Where are you located, Joe? Sorry.
I'll say once it's in the 60s, my dad needs to turn on the heat. That's it.
Yeah. Joan, where are you?
I'm in England, in Yorkshire.
I recognize your accent.
Yeah, definitely Yorkshire.
Sylvia Valentine. I know Sylvia, and she has quite the Yorkshire accent as well.
Mm-hmm.
There's Chris.
Okay.
What do you need help with, Daryl? Daryl says he needs help. Do you need help
all of this?
All of it.
All of it.
Just life?
Yeah.
Just all of it?
You know, I'm doing another talk on WikiTree on Tuesday, and the lady said, do you have a handout? And, you know, I could do a handout on the introduction to WikiTree, and I'm like, really, no, because the handout is in the help index. All you have to do is click on help, go down to index, and you can find out information on everything you need to know about WikiTree. It's an old-timey concept that we might read something. But that's where you could find that help.
Well, then, I'm sorry, Lizzie. It's Lizzie, not Elizabeth. Lizzie.
Is that a nickname?
Yes, Lizzie.
Lizzie? Oh, that's funny.
Oh, Daryl says he's technically challenged.
I saw that. Oh,
like technologically challenged?
Yeah. Never mind.
Okay.
Everything you need to know and some things you don't want to know. Okay.
Well, I guess since we already kind of talked about nicknames when we brought up.
No.
Nicknames.
I found out Joe's nickname. It's Joe. And I found out Mindy has a nickname. It's Mindy.
It's Mindy.
Mindy is her nickname.
Look, Doyle's over in Kentucky, Mindy. That's weird.
Oh, another Kentucky person. Hi, Doyle.
Negative 14 degrees Celsius. What is that in Fahrenheit? Math. 7. Come on, let's do the math. 7. Okay.
It's yeah. We were talking about nicknames. Anybody in the chat have nicknames for yourself? Did anybody call you by a nickname?
What is your nickname? Any interesting? What was the question of the week?
The question of the week is, what's an interesting nickname in your family? The little elf put that question up, as she does every week. Are there any interesting nicknames in your family tree? Tell us about one with an answer below, or share this question on social media. So we had some fun answers, but I don't know how to really go through all the answers. There were 37 answers in total. There were lots of comments on the original question, and somebody grabbed my son. My son has a nickname of Boops. So Betty Fox says that her nickname was Boop, of course, because of Betty Boop. And our son, Ben, is Benny Boop. So I wrote down underneath hers that our son had that. Donna Whitehouse or V House, her late husband had the following aunts in one family. Uncle Bo, aunts and uncles, Uncle Bo, Uncle Stud, Aunt Coot, Aunt Mutt, Aunt Tootie. Ross Haywood says that her real named uncle, George Henry Hubert, was known by Erks as everyone, and it was short for Hercules, a sarcastic name given to him because he was a scrawny little fella when he was a kid, or maybe, when he was in school. Alexis' grandmother was known as Pearl when she was very young, and a kid in her class started calling her Daisy Pearl, and so everybody in the family started calling her Daisy Pearl. Pug, Dorothy O'Hare has Pug. Dieter Lawrence has Kleinebuba, or Booby. It's petite little boy in German, so everybody called him petite little boy, and very cute. Brian Kerr has a nickname Babe in his family. Scrolling on down, I'm just reading these out to you. Let's see. Kay Knight, who's here, her mother and her sisters all had nicknames, but Mac fit her personality perfectly. She could run you over like a truck, or could squat with a case of canned goods on her thighs to load the shelves in a grocery, or climb on the desk of a two-story house, climb to the peak of a two-story house and repair the flashing, or take a sledgehammer to knock down a cinder block wall. Okay, impressed that you had somebody named Mac in your family, and it was a girl, her mother. Pretty impressive. That you must have been really proud of her. Let's see. No unusual nicknames. Tinker, my uncle Tinker. That was Peggy McReynolds.
Because he tinkered a lot.
I never knew his real name until he died. He was an amazing mechanic, skill most farmers need, and a whittler. I wish I had a picture, but he could be within a 4-inch round piece of wood and make it into a delicate bird cage with a ball in it. That's a fun thing to do. I've done that. Not a bird cage, but a square with a ball in it. Let's see. Sleepy. Somebody had Sleepy or Sleepy Tull. That's from Margaret Meredith. Pokey, another one. H. People called E. Logan's uncle H. Just H. Just H, madame. Frank Jr. was called Bud. You know what a nickname is in our family for somebody who is the third is brother. We have a cousin we call brother, but I'm not allowed to say his real name because he doesn't like being called brother by anybody but us. Right, so we're not allowed to do that. So Richard is Dick, and then there's some girls that were Dixie who were called Dick. Bernice was Bernie. Johnny was called Johnny. Marjorie was called Johnny. Pauline was called Pudge, and they named her dad Connie, and that's John Slayton, his dad. That's fun. So there are lots and lots and lots of really cool surnames. CI. My grandfather was TC or Clee, and his real name was Cleland.
We had some in the chat pop up.
Yeah, really. Tell me about those.
Chris says that people called him Hey You.
I don't doubt that, Chris.
Brian says his 10th grade teacher called him Bubba. And there's Nemi. My mom says her uncle's was Goody and his son was Hoochie. And then Karen says her uncle Fred was Tad.
JRE says my uncle was Pinky because he blushed so easily. That's cute. Hickey
Doyle's,
and Bud. Sorry.
Doyle says his grandfathers were Hickey and Pud. Look, Isabel. Hi, Isabel.
Hi, Isabel.
Isabel Rapsino.
My oldest
If
daughter.
he says
was
she only came here for Chris, I feel offended.
My brother was called Beaker after the Muppet, and I became Lil Beaker after an unfortunate incident in the high school chemistry lab. Did you grow spider senses? Spidey senses?
Mm.
Fun. So that's all the cool
That's all the
nicknames people have.
So I wasn't. We have two of us here. Well, I think unless Joan is your name. Do you have a nickname, Joan?
No, I've never had a nickname.
I know Mags
In fact, I've not got many in my family. The one that did give me a lot of trouble was my father's brother, and not my father, my father's uncle, and he was always known as Uncle Dick. And it took me years to realise that his real name was Alberta.
And
Which
how did
had
he
no
get Dick from
relationship at all
Alberta?
to Dick.
That's funny. You normally associate Dick with Richard.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
And then we know, and then apparently Mindy and Mags have some nicknames. A nickname, the nickname.
I'm a nickname. Mags. I got Mags when I was working in engineering, so that's a professional nickname, and everybody called me Mags in my profession. Okay, fine. It's stuck, so I continue to use it. I was born Margaret, but my brother couldn't say the G part of Margaret, and it came out Marnie Marette. So I have a familial nickname that is that. So all of my family called me Marmee. So nobody calls me by my given name except for my mom.
Margaret.
Margaret.
My older sister couldn't say Melinda, so she said Minda.
Oh.
And so the rest of my family just called me Mindy.
That's cute.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that is cute. So that is the question of the week. Yeah, like I was saying before that my mom gave my sister and I short names so we could not have nicknames. Sarah and Katie.
Unlike Joanna, which I found out today is Joe. Gotcha, Joe. You can talk to your daughter.
Yeah. Okay, so that was the question of the week. Nicknames. So I guess we can talk about the next thing on our agenda, the profiles of the week. News broadcasters. Because in honor of Larry King, who passed away last week, we featured a whole bunch of other news broadcasters. And yes, Mags, my mom is correcting you on her pronunciation of her name.
Oh, no, let me go look. Joe? It's not
Johanna.
Joe?
Yeah, it's Johanna.
I just thought it was Joe.
No, nobody ever called me Raw.
Nobody ever calls you what?
No, Brian's like never called Raw. Sarah? No, it's never called Raw. No. Okay. So news broadcasters. So we have Larry King. And did you know that maybe some of you people know this. So his last name was Zeiger originally. And when one of the first times he was on the air, his manager said that his last name was too difficult to pronounce. So he just came up with King really quickly, because which he got from an advertisement in the Miami Herald newspaper for King's Wholesale Liquor. So he quickly named himself that, and then he had it legally changed to Larry King 2 years later. So I thought that was an interesting little fact about Larry King. Anybody who knew that, or no?
I didn't.
And Larry
I
King
hope I can use it the next time I play a trivia game. No.
And he was married 8 times to 7 women. And he actually passed away. Well, he was tested positive for COVID, and he passed away last week, unfortunately. So there you have our profile of the week. Well, one of them, the main one. We also have Walter Cronkite from Missouri. Helped launch CBS Evening News in 1962. Died back in 2009. He earned the title of the most trusted man in America. Well, that's Walter Cronkite. And who are you guys most closely connected to?
Cokie Roberts and Joelle Colville.
That's who you're most closely connected to?
Yes, ma'am. 17 degrees.
Then we have Egbert Murrow, or I guess he changed his name to Edward. Was an American broadcast journalist and war correspondent. He gained prominence during World War II during a series of live radio broadcasts from Europe.
There are lots of pictures of him on top of buildings in London while the bombardments were going on, and he was doing live broadcasts. And I'm like, nothing like putting a big target on you there, buddy.
Then we have Peter Jennings from Canada.
Ottawa.
What do you mean? Well, it says he was born in Toronto, Ontario, Canada.
He has a house here.
He was a Canadian-American journalist who served as the sole anchor of ABC World News Tonight until his death from lung cancer in 2005. Peter Jennings. That one's I knew that one. So Cokie Roberts.
I'm closest to Cokie Roberts and Chester Huntley.
Yeah, she died in 2019. We don't have much about her.
She was an NPR talk person for NPR on the NPR radio. And then I think she went to one of the major broadcasting companies and did stuff there too. So I always loved listening to Cokie Roberts. I liked her voice.
Interesting. And next we have Frank McGee. He's best known for his work with NBC from the 50s to the 70s.
We have a decidedly British slant this morning. We have no British.
Well, let's see. The next, I know we have like a Russian one. So we have Chet Huntley. He co-anchored NBC Evening News, and then he also had the Huntley-Brinkley Report. And then that's the next one. Leon Zitrone. Zitrone? He was a Russian-born French journalist and television presenter. He studied chemistry and later journalism at some... I'm not even going to... Isabel could pronounce that. In Paris. And... yeah. And he died in Paris on his 81st birthday. Then we have one more, Ed Bradley from Philadelphia. And he was on the CBS show 60 Minutes, where he reported more than 500 stories. Bradley was chosen to fill the vacancy at 30 Minutes when Walter Cronkite retired and Don Rather moved from 60 Minutes to the CBS Evening News anchor chair. And he was the first African-American reporter to cover the White House, and in 1987 he became the first Black White House television correspondent. That's pretty cool.
Gotta get your commas in there. 9
profiles of the week. Let's see who I was most closely connected to. Let's see. Let's see. Edward Murrow.
Oh, cool.
Which line? From my dad's side. The Faust. And then the marriage, and then there you go. Most closely connected to Edward Murrow. Ta-da.
Tiddy-tiddy-da-to-do.
Anybody say anything in the chat?
They're talking about football. They're talking about Vince Lombardi and football for some
Why are
reason.
we talking about football?
Doyle Keith says he's 19 degrees from Edward Murrow. And Isabella Rassano said you pronounced it perfectly.
Oh, yeah, thank you. I try.
Yes. They're talking about Italian-sounding names in early pro football Hall of Fame
I guess
classics.
they're talking about because they have Joe Montana and Dan Marino. Why?
We're talking broadcasters here, and you people are talking football. One of my favorite subjects.
Yeah, don't get Mag started on football.
No, really.
Okay, so
and,
those are
and Jones like, and this isn't even the right football.
True. This is American football they are talking
It's
about.
It's next week's connection feature.
Oh yes, the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl. Next week's the Super Bowl people. So I guess because the Super Bowls, there's something going with that right now.
I miss the Rough Riders too, but we certainly have the Red Blacks now. We've gone on to Canadian football. Sorry.
Oh, did I open the wrong thing? Oh yeah, I opened the wrong one. Oops. So photo sharing. Oh look, sports is the photo sharing theme of the week. Look at that. Now you can talk about football. It's
ties it all in, doesn't it?
It feels like it's meant to be. Okay.
Is that a cricket? What is this fella doing?
Let's see. Looks like baseball, actually. It's
cricket.
I don't know. Looks like he's throwing a ball and might be football. I mean, not football. Might be baseball. Cricket. Manning River Times. That doesn't help me.
John, what do you think?
Max says it's cricket. So
I think it's cricket.
No, Joan has weighed in. I lose.
It's never a competition, Sarah.
No, I know. I'm just kidding.
I win.
We have the Mormons men's basketball team. They all look very happy.
Of course they do.
Maybe they all just won a game. I don't know. Or maybe they just like playing basketball that much. Fishing in Canada.
Nice.
Got a lot of fish. My dad likes to fish. Yeah. I could have put a photo of him up and his fish. See, I always forget about putting a photo up.
Is fishing a sport, though, when you do it alone and you're just getting food?
What is the definition of a sport, though? I guess we have to classify what a sport is.
I have a friend whose husband is a professional pro fisher, which I always go, how does he make his money?
Catching the biggest fish, and they pay you for it.
That's a pretty little boat.
Mm-hmm. This one.
Baseball.
Is baseball. Charlie Treslow in his baseball uniform. He's like, look at this. Look at this. The red. I'm trying to read what looks like red or Ked. The name of his team. Oh, look, they're hunching wild geese. That's a good photo. In front of a car in Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
Then we have another. Oh, look, football team. Look at this
football team.
The football team. Do you think they were? I know they didn't wear the helmets that they did back.
They're leather helmets, and they have
leather helmet, but not
ear
yeah, they didn't have leather helmets.
Cushion.
Mm-hmm. So football. Well, surfing. That's cool. Look at him go. Well, surfing's a sport you do by yourself too.
Yes.
Edward the Sailor. So what is the sport that he did? That's what I want to know. Maybe because it was a boat. Cause we had, I don't know, boating. Just got to find out more. Water skiing in France. Okay, next page.
Is that Isabella on that water
No,
ski? No,
that
no.
wasn't her. Oh, look, the other football. Oh, how cute.
John's saying that's the real football.
Then basketball. Bill Snuff Bucket.
There is a nickname.
Played center for 2 years in Indiana.
Hoosier.
Bill Snuff Bucket. Carl Ragla, National Champ Wrestling Certificate. Cool. We have another football picture in Illinois. They're about to hut it. Hut, hut.
Hike.
Whatever. Oh, look, another football one.
43.
Columbus,
James
Ohio. Big Jim.
James Jarrett.
Mm-hmm. He was their, hold on, I read it there. He was a defensive captain. Very cool. Got the, tennis team from Indiana. And is there any more? Yep. Oh, what are they doing? Oh, they're playing. Oh, what's that?
Okay.
Croquet. Yep.
In their matching dresses.
Mm-hmm. That's cute. And look, their parents are watching them from the porch. That's a cute photo. I like that one. Okay. Now let's look at see if there were any identifying information in the G2G thread. So we have the same photo we already saw. Oh, another fishing one.
Oh, that's a big fish.
Ice fishing.
That fish is as tall as the kid.
Pretty much, yeah. On this day, he caught a record breaker. He did not eat it after posing for this picture, but took it to the taxidermist and had it stuffed. My dad has a stuffed fish in the living room. The surfing.
It's somebody's husband.
Yeah, my husband
Robin.
David started surfing in 1961 when he was 13 years old. Very cool. Well, this is the semi-professional baseball. That's cool. Okay, let's look this one. So my great-grandfather loved to sail. He was also in the United States Navy for quite a long time. This picture was taken in 1951 on Castle Island in Boston, Massachusetts, about 5 months after he married my great-grandmother, and about 7 months before their first child. Sailing was as much of a sport for him as it was a career. So I guess I assumed correctly. The boating, sailing. And then the water skiing lesson. They were on a holiday in France. Oh, look, the little soccer player, little football player in Germany. How cute. And then the basketball again. So this is a photo of my husband, who was an all-around athlete but truly excelled in football. He was offensive captain in Central State University in Wilberforce, Ohio. And he was inducted into the CSU Athletic Hall of Fame. That's cool.
Yeah, who is that?
That was Big Jim.
No,
who
the
posted
website.
it? Oh, Denise Jarrett.
Nice.
Thank you, Denise, for sharing. Oh, look, we didn't see this one.
Syllables.
There's another sailing photo. A picture of their Tahiti catch. Tahiti catch? Tahiti, not Tahiti. Tahiti.
Tahiti.
I'm not sure. Look, another
You were
fishing
right the
photo.
first time.
Look at the look on his face. Bob Dodge, avid fisherman. No. Playing croquet. Photos undated, but would have to be late 1930s. Oh, it's the boating one. Oh, the fishing one again. There's no photo here. And then the football. So this was my great-granduncle Gerald Betts and the Army Training Station football team in 1920 Fort Riley, Kansas. And those were all our photos of the week, guys.
14, Fort Riley.
Yeah, all of our photos. I love looking at the photos. This makes my Saturday morning.
I love looking at the photos too.
Mm-hmm. I hope all you guys like looking at the photos. I mean, why else would you be here to look at the photos?
Yeah, not to see any of us.
No, definitely not.
I'm here only to see Joan today.
I mean, I don't think you even really knew Joan was coming.
Sure I did. I was told.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so we will now go into the WikiTree challenge. We'll give an update. This week we're working on Jen Baldwin. And for any of you who aren't aware of what the WikiTree challenge is, it is our year-long event where each week we are taking on a different genealogy guest star. So for instance, this week, Jen Baldwin, and we have a team working together to improve their tree and to show them what we can do, to show the whole genealogy community what we can do as our great community is wonderful, you know. So that's what the WikiTree challenge is all about. So, and then we have Mindy's our captain. I mean, not our captain. Well, she is a captain, but she's the whole coordinator of everything. And then Joan is one of the captains for this week. The other one's Janet, but she couldn't make it. But Joan is here to kind of give us an update on how the team is doing and we wouldn't want to give away too much. We want to save it for Wednesday, but yes. And then, yeah. So how's it going, Joan?
I think it's going quite well. There's various people busy on various lines. A lot of work seems to be done when I'm in bed at night because it's being done on the American lines. And I think they've broke through quite a few brick walls over the last 24 hours.
Nice.
Yeah. There's also been a lot of work done on some oral history that Jen had, which is proving very, very interesting. There's a group of about 10 from the England Project been working on it, and I think they've finally cracked to who Jen's great-grandfather is. And they're beginning to work on that line. But I think it's going to be quite different from what Jen was thinking, well, from what the oral history says. Although there's a lot of truth in the oral history, but it's not quite right.
Yeah, it looks like this is the scores at the moment. Apparently the bounty points are incorrect right now.
They're updated right now.
Yeah, but we've created 39 ancestor profiles and 65 nuclear relative profiles so far. So direct ancestors and nuclear relatives. I think that's awesome. Marta Johnson leading the pack.
I see some people in there from the chat too. That's cool.
Yeah, look like
Tommy Buck. See.
Yes. Karen and Mindy. That name sounds familiar.
Yeah, Mindy.
Joan. And then our WikiTree.
Chris got in on it too. How fun.
Huh?
I said Chris Whitten's gotten in on that too.
Yeah, he's made an edit. So, yeah, we got we've had about 1,200 edits on the profiles so far. That's great. Have we found any, do you want to share maybe what? So you said breaking down some brick walls already that she had, or not so much?
Um,
I heard brick wall being mentioned.
yeah, I think they're still working on them. I think there's quite a bit still to do.
I know that I saw something about, because she was mentioning on the LiveCast about the silver, one of her, I don't want to give away too much, but I know that there has been some talk about her one ancestor who was a silversmith, right? The Lawrence.
Yeah, I think he's not going to be a silversmith. I think that's one of the problems that they've solved. We looked at the silversmith, and he'd already got a profile on WikiTree, but it was a jetcom that needed cleaning up. So there's been a bit of cleaning up work done there. And he did have a son called John, but we found the death of the son called John in England. And then a lot of work's been done looking at various Lawrences, and the silversmith turned out to be a cordwainer in one of the towns near Birmingham, which eventually we've identified through a daughter and the daughter's married name. It took a lot to do in, I think they've been working continuously for about 48 hours across an England project to get to that, but it's going to be quite different from what Jen expects, I think.
I just noticed that her profile page, her personal profile page, hasn't been, it's like got double biography headings and stuff. Do you guys work on the biography for the individual as well?
No, not really, just because it's there for, they made an account and they own that profile. For Jen, you're saying, right? For her
yeah. It's got a couple of biography sections and JedCon stuff.
Well, we could bring it up to her, definitely.
Yeah, we only work the great grandparents and out.
Yeah.
If I'm going to be jumping on WikiTree to see what's happening, my very first stop-off point would be her profile.
Yeah, we can. Because we could ask her to update her profile. Because I know that technically, there could be an edit, but I think we would prefer Jen to update her profile. So, yeah. Also,
Donald, sorry.
I was just you can say while I go to somewhere else.
Great. Donald Lindgren says, I learned that Jen has an ancestor from the area of Livingston County, New York, that I have ancestors. I used that as a reason to add a bunch of more distant relatives in that line. Great. Yeah.
Very cool. And then for those of you who didn't see yet, we have Mindy created these highlights for each week of the challenge so far. And then I get this, they'll happen normally after each week. We'll have these highlights because we do talk about it in the LiveCast for Wednesday, but also we wanted to have something written for highlights. So we have one for each week. So we have one for AJ's week. So this says that we added 38 new profiles to AJ and 21 direct ancestors.
This is
and
great
we broke
to have.
6 brick walls.
Great to have.
Mm-hmm.
Hillary is asking for help in breaking down the Evans brick wall. She wants help with Evans. So if you have Evans, if you know about the Evans family, talk to Hillary.
Yes. I guess was that the one that's on the Wales side, I guess, or the potential Wales?
It's related to the Lawrence line, I believe. And we're still trying to get to the bottom of who John Lawrence's wife was, and I think she'll take us into the Welsh branch. We've not got there yet.
Kay Knight said she's been helping by looking at some of the Livingston deeds and probates for clues.
Hmm.
Oh, and Hillary would like to know if any of these names are in the news.
In the news?
Any salacious stuff on Jen's family would be great fun to tease her about.
Get some. Get all the juicy details.
All the juicy details.
So it was, and then we had the highlight for Cece's week.
Yeah.
Oh, I just want to say the MVP for AJ's week was Karen.
Yay, Karen Lowe.
So for Cece, because she didn't have a lot of her tree on WikiTree yet, so we added 120.
Wow.
Wait, there were, 120 new direct ancestors. So that was awesome. And the MVP for that week was Juha because he was working on her
Scandinavian line, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep. On that, that kind of stuff. So Juha was the MVP there because he got some of those bounty points.
Hillary is bringing up some salaciousness. She says that someone was allegedly shot, but they don't have a name for that person yet.
Oh my.
Ooh.
What?
Oh, yeah, yes, there's some newspaper reports about it that we found.
Tell me. I want to know.
No, not yet. Not
Wednesday night.
Wednesday night. So we were talking about bounty points. Mindy, so how does the scoring work for the WikiTree challenge?
The bounty points are the big ones, and you can get 10 bounty points for breaking through a brick wall. That's the main way. The other way is to find a mistake on their tree and correct it on WikiTree. That also gets you 10 points. Now, the 1 point items that you see, those are for adding profiles. So adding siblings, adding children, 1 point each profile.
Mm-hmm. So yes, the points. Here, I guess.
And people have done great so far. You know, her tree was so developed that, you know, you can't tell at the beginning how much you're actually going to be able to add for it, add to it. But people are doing great.
Yeah, so this was the points for Cece's week. So you are able to go back and still look at each week's points because it's all saved. It's all historical data. So yeah, Juha created 36 ancestors for Cece's week. So that gave him 120 bounty points. That's basically what did it. Why he was the MVP.
and Mindy was right behind him. Look at that.
Yeah, I know. Maddie, not
Mindy? I thought that was Mindy.
No, that was Maddie.
It's very hard to see.
For a while, and then I just got bumped down.
It's hard to see because it's so small.
Yeah, Maddie Hardman. Yeah, she's been working hard. She's been doing well. I think also in Johnny's week, she was a big contributor as well.
Mm-hmm.
So this was Johnny's. We added 309 profiles because Johnny wasn't connected to the tree. So we did a lot and we connected him to the tree. And 92 direct ancestors were added. And the MVP on that week was our very own Joan.
Joan!
And then I think Maddie was up there on that week too. Yep, she was number 2 as well.
Johnny introduced me to mashed peas, or is it mushed peas?
Mashed peas?
Mushy peas.
Mushy peas. There you
Mushy
go.
peas.
Yeah. We went and had fish and chips in his neighborhood, and he said, "Would you like some mushy peas?" And I'm like, "I love pea soup. Why not?"
Peas are good. So we're almost done with January, and we have the one I think a lot of people are excited for. Henry Louis Gates Jr. is next week. We have him on, so that'll be pretty exciting, I think.
He's just a nice guy, isn't he?
I have not met him, but I will meet him next week on Wednesday. So yes. WikiTree challenge. So Mindy, do you want to kind of talk about how we've been collaborating, how the team members have been collaborating, or Joan, if you guys can. We have a lot of different ways that people are staying in touch and communicating.
They're using Discord mainly. And there's a lot of activity on Discord. People saying what they're doing, comparing, suggesting what people can work on. A lot of it's on the main Discord channel for the challenge, but I think people are working on other challenges as well. I know the England Project members have been working across on the England Project because otherwise the main channel would have nothing but England Project all the way down because they've never stopped.
And then we also have the this G2G post,
Yes.
Where people are kind of where they are claiming what ancestor they're working on, and also they put their bounty points here, right? Where they
Yes.
they get a bounty.
And you
Look
can
like
really see in the
Ian.
G2G post where the focus has been, like on very specific lines.
So it seems like we have a 6-way tie for a bounty point.
Did you say brownie point?
Bounty. Also brownie point. Are we going to give up brownies?
Blueberry brownies.
Blue?
Ugh.
It might be good. That might be. Blueberries in a brownie? I can see that. No?
Mindy says no. I say no.
You know what? I feel like it'd be really good. Just kind of put some, like, not maybe full blueberries, but like a blueberry, like cream, not cream, but like the sauce jelly in the brownie.
A glaze on it, yeah.
Yeah. Ooh. Now I'm gonna be on the search for that now.
I'm gonna have to leave now and go find some blueberry donuts at the local donut shop, just to fix that craving.
And then we also have. Sorry, I got sidetracked with blueberries and brownies. Sorry.
Again.
Then we also have the spreadsheet as well, where people are actively saying what they're working on, so people aren't stepping on each other's toes. So this is our spreadsheet, and then we have a bounties. This is where people get the bounty points. Points split up. They split up the points.
Elizabeth Griffiths laughs.
Lizzie.
Oops, sorry.
We do allow points to be split. Say 2 or 3 people are working on busting through a brick wall. They can share the points.
Yeah, because if Lizzie, if you signed up for any of the weeks in January, you get points for the whole month, right? That's how it works if you have.
Yeah, but because a couple of people from the England Project weren't actually signed up, they can help all they want, but they don't get the points for it.
Yeah, because Lizzie was saying that she's like, I have points. I guess she's not actively working. And Karen says she's gonna go get donuts. I think that's what Mags said already. So okay. So that is, unless anybody has questions, I don't really have much else to say. Oh, Azure says that we should do a live cast on how to use Discord. I'll think about it.
Okay.
Or, I have been, if you guys follow, if any of you guys are on any social media, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, I post a lot of stuff. I also have been doing little how-tos on how to do stuff on like the Instagram and Facebook stories. So maybe I'll do a little something there. And if you guys are on social media, please follow and like and retweet or post stuff. Get the name out there. And my mom, what is Discord?
What is Discord? Isn't Discord like a gaming server with chat capabilities kind of thing?
Well, I think Discord was started off as solely for gamers to talk to each other. But now there are a whole bunch of. It's basically a chat. You can have a server, and people can chat together, and you get invited. So it's kind of like a big group messaging system. That's what I would like to call it. And we can have.
Is there an app for phones so that you get
yeah, I use the app for my phone, and I also have it on my computer. But you can use the web. You can either download it on your computer, or you can use the web-based version of Discord as well. So, yeah, Karen says it's a chat server. Yeah, basically. And yeah, you can also have voice. You can also talk to each other as well. And, not
video?
just...
Can you do video?
There is capability of doing video, but not in large scale.
So
unless you have the paying version of it.
Gotcha.
I don't know why I did quotations, but unless you pay for it. Yes. So that is Discord, and that's what we've been using. We also use it for other things on WikiTree, but it's been really great for the WikiTree challenge because it's kind of a live action chatting, quicker than email and quicker than posting on the forum because it's instantaneous. So,
Azure is saying share screen, video, voice, text, chat.
Yep.
So Azure, you're wanting to come on and present this Discord?
Are you volunteering yourself, Azure?
Yeah, really. And then she said something about boosts. Your car.
Yeah, that's if you pay for it. Like if you boost the server, like then you can have extra abilities in that server. It upgrades the server.
What is boosting?
The standard user for the challenge, they just need to know that the chat's available. A lot of them don't like to use video and whatnot. It's just text chat.
For the most part, yeah. So, yes. Azure's like, sure. Yeah, we could always just host Zooms for smaller classes.
For 45 minutes.
Yeah, that's the max you could do a Zoom, right? 45
yeah.
minutes if it's free, like the free Zoom. Yes. Okay, I think we're getting off topic now.
Are we? I thought we were off topic like hours ago.
Not too much off topic. So people want a demonstration on Discord. I don't think that'd be a bad idea. Just or maybe we could do like just a pre-recorded video and post it on YouTube instead of like a live streaming one. I think that would work better.
Karen, careful what you offer.
Uh-oh. Okay, do we have any other questions on anything WikiTree related-ish? Discordy, chatty. Okay, well, I guess we will see you all, for the most part, if you're awake, on Wednesday. Will you be joining us, Joan, on Wednesday? I know it's a little bit later, so I don't know.
I don't know yet, because it's early hours of morning nearly for me.
Yeah, so we will have... we will be wrapping up Jen's week, and we will be starting Henry's week. But I know that time...
Say Henry. I can never say his name without saying Henry Louis Gates.
Well, I didn't want to, I don't know, just because I said just Jen, so I just said Henry.
So Sarah is going to be hanging out with Henry.
Yeah. So we're doing it at 8 p.m. Eastern time on Wednesday because that's just the time that, I know it's a little bit late for you guys. It's 1 a.m. in the UK.
Yeah.
So I don't know if Joan and Janet will be able to make it, but we will have Mindy at least, and who knows? Who knows what will happen? But 8 p.m. Eastern time on Wednesday. So,
Be
and
at
if
some
you can't
point.
watch it live, it is pre-recorded, so you can watch it later.
Not pre-recorded. It's recorded as it's happening.
Yes, not pre-recorded. Thank you. It is recorded, so then you can watch it later, not pre-recorded. Just kidding, guys. None of these are live. They're all pre-recorded, and we're guessing what you're saying in the chat.
And we're all AI.
We're not really here.
Nope. Some of us wishing we weren't here.
Yeah?
No.
Max is trying to say something.
No.
Okay, so I guess we will go. Because Mags doesn't want to be here. So we're gonna go.
I do. I love
Just
coming
kidding.
on Saturday mornings. I was worried that maybe Joan was getting bored with all of our stuff.
Oh. Are you bored, Joan? No,
I'm not bored.
No, I know. Mags is kidding. She loves this.
I do. I love WikiTree. I love everything about WikiTree. I love its freeness. I love the promise that it'll stay free. I love the collaboration.
She loves blueberries.
I love blueberries. I can't find the blueberry donuts close to my house, so I have to call my son and ask him where he gets the blueberry donuts, because he appears at the house with blueberry donuts.
He appears magically.
Yes, and he's going to be appearing. He's running an errand for me today, so I should call him and say, "Bring blueberry donut."
I can find blueberry donuts easily. Because there's Dunkin' Donuts, and then
And do they make good
Krispy
blueberry
Kreme.
donut? Does Krispy Kreme make blueberry donut?
Mhm.
Oh,
I don't know about
Now?
all of them, but that's the one I go to. They have those glazed blueberry donuts.
I need to come to Tallahassee.
Mm-hmm.
Tallahassee, here I come.
Okay, now we're really going off topic. Per usual. So we will end it here.
Blueberries are always on topic.
It's true, just because it's just sewn into the
Yeah, it's the fabric of the
part
world.
of the
Blueberries.
there we go, fabric of the LiveCast.
And the bears around here love blueberries. So.
Hmm?
I said the bears love blueberries.
They do.
You do.
Okay, I guess we will go, guys. Find yourself some blueberry donuts.
Yes.
We'll see you on Wednesday.
It's like minus a gazillion out, but I'm going to go find some blueberry donuts.
You know what? You just need to find a way to make blueberry donuts and then make them.
I'm immediate gratification blueberry girl.
We will see you